So, P. Diddy, all of his associates, this is nothing but sleight of hand. This is very interesting stuff. We are under a huge and ever prevalent and ancient spiritual demonic possession. I doubt these people even understand what's going on, and some of them do. These people's souls are employed, energetically and spiritually employed by this spirit. A spirit can only enter into a vessel that is most like its own. Like attracts like. As within, so without. So we can tell a man who he is by his expressions, his interests, his associates, and his behavior. Every person will always tell on themselves what they do behind closed doors. It will always bleed out in expression. Okay? It cannot hide. If it were to hide, that person would internally combust or become sick. They must express. Okay, so with that being said, P. Diddy's soul is employed. He's under contract. He's under spiritual contract. And he knows it. And all these other people know it. This is why they're very afraid of him. It's not just abuse. It's not just force. These people are in a place of power. It is spiritual power that he's employing. And you're going to think that I'm just blowing smoke up your ass. No. He has energetically invested into this entity. So much so that it is his own. It's very powerful. All these parties are sacrificial and ceremonial rituals to send energy and offerings to this deity, which makes him very powerful. A deity is only as powerful as you allow it to be. Tension, actions, dances, singing, speaking, underhandedly concealed in front of people's faces is exactly an offering. To do something in front of somebody's face without them seeing it, that's a form of an offering. To manipulate somebody, to belittle somebody, to humiliate somebody, these are all offerings to a lower level deity. And we all know that deities can only operate on a dimensional level in which they exist. This is why whenever you let go of fear, God can operate and move and work in your life. But he cannot until you let go of that fear. That's because God does not operate on that dimensional level. He is of a higher nature, and your body and your state of being is not prepped and ready and able to let him work in your life. Thinking of people as energetic projectors, transmitters, transformers if they choose to be. We're just supposed to be vessels for divine expression. But because of we've acquired and been programmed to be blind. This is why the water we drink is poison. This is why the food we drink, everything is to avert our eyes from ourselves. This is why we work a $7.50 for minimum wage. That's slave labor. That's like a spit in my goddamn face. Are you serious? Time is an asset that cannot be given back, which makes it a valuable resource. And we are giving it away for $7.50. Hell no, buddy. Just enough to keep us on a rat race and never get out of it. It consumes our time. It exhausts us. It also oppresses us. And by our willingness to do this, we've actually willingly put ourselves into bondage. And you cannot see above the bondage until you break that energetic cord of attachment. And energetic cords of attachment are created by association, documents, a handshake, a business deal, items, and the things that you do in your life with your time. So each and every moment of your life, you are priming yourself. Your personality develops. Your character develops in the likeness of some deity. And that deity whose personality, whose likeness is closest to yours, is the one that'll run prevalent through you. That's the one you'll express. And this happens because we are not conscious. We are 5%. 5% of decisions made in our waking life are made from a conscious state of mind. 95% of decisions made in our waking life are subconsciously made, which means they are programmed. Programmed responses. We don't know why we're doing it and what we're doing it for. This means that we're not operating our ship. And if we're not operating, controlling our ship, then who is? We leave ourselves open, a back door for spiritual possession. Whether of a higher nature or lower nature, depends on your attributes. This is the truth of it. This is energy. And energy cannot be created nor destroyed. We have, in our world, the only amount of energy we will ever have. It's right here. Energy cannot come in, and we cannot lose it. We can only transfer or transform it. And this is why history repeats itself. Because we have yet to transmute this energy. And energy imprints in places, locations, and things, objects, in which a highly charged emotional situation has occurred, good or bad. That energy stains that area, that thing, and it will constantly keep itself alive through that person, place, or thing until it is transmuted. But the only way transmutation can begin is by identification. If we do not hold these people accountable for what they have done, this will continue in history again and again and again. Look at Epstein Island. Oh, what, he hung himself in prison? Who was responsible for that? The legal system. And look who's responsible for this one, P. Diddy's, the legal system. If we are blind to see that they are not participating, we're ignorant. The only power that the government has is the power that the people give it.